Today we are not only surrounded with AI but a lot of buzzwords, okay, that decrease our confidence. We being a beginner, we feel overwhelmed with all the terminologies and all the buzzwords that is circulating around, and we feel that AI is very difficult to learn. But here, if you have 10 minutes, be with me and I'll help you become AI literate with all the buzzwords getting explained. Okay. So the most fundamental thing is AI versus algorithm. We are hearing that we have AI, we have generative AI, we have agentic AI. So AI is the common thing here. And then again, we have algorithm. Okay. So there is an algorithm which is helping the AI to do this, that. Okay. Now, how should we differentiate between AI and algorithm? Okay. So by algorithm, let's suppose we want to make tea, right? So what will we do? We'll boil the water, we'll add tea leaves, okay, we'll add sugar, okay, we'll pour it into a cup, right? And all these steps taken together is called an algorithm, okay, because these are fixed steps that do not change. Okay. Now we know what is an algorithm, right? If we go by definition, an algorithm is simply a step-by-step instruction to solve a problem. Okay. And now making tea is solving what problem? We are feeling bored. Okay. We want a kick, we want a high. So we are using this algorithm to help us. Okay. Right. Now, if we talk about AI, what is AI? It is beyond the algorithm. Okay. It is a system that learns and adapts. Okay. Now, in the previous example, if we see, we have water, we have tea leaves, we have sugar, and we have the cup. Okay. Now, what if instead of tea leaves, we have coffee powder, right? Your algorithm will fail. Okay. But when you look this problem in context of AI, what AI will do, it will, like, it will adapt according to the environment, and it will add coffee powder. Okay. It will, maybe it will ask you as well that whether you want tea or whether you want coffee. If you want coffee, we have coffee powder. Okay. And it will make coffee for you, because again, that is also, like, that is going to help you in, like, kicking your mood up, right? So algorithm basically is a fixed set of steps, whether whereas AI is something which learns, adapts. Okay, yes, definitely there are a lot of algorithms which is helping AI, but it is not limited by only algorithms. Okay, it is adaptable as well. Okay, it improves over time as well based on our feedback and a lot of other things. It improves, right? And like, if you are an automation tester, like, what do we do? Let's suppose I want to test the login functionality of any page. What do? We enter the username, we enter the password, we click on login, and we verify the dashboard, right? So that is some algorithm which we can use, a step-by-step instruction which we can use to test the login functionality, which is the feature which we are testing, right? But AI is beyond that. Now, some data basics. Okay, how you can understand AI. Okay, data set. What is data set? Like, you must have heard, we feed this model with a lot of data sets, we have trained this model with a lot of data sets. Now we will help you to understand what is a data set actually. Okay, it is nothing but a collection of data, okay, well distributed, okay, properly arranged into columns and rows. Okay, maybe it is present in an Excel sheet, might be present in a database, or it might be present in a CSV file. If we take example of testing, it might be a list of username, password, and login results. And that entirety will form a testing data set. Now coming to features. Okay, we understood the data set. Now what is feature? Features are the inputs used to make decision. Okay. But this is a very vague, okay, though it is a definition, but this is very vague. There is no clarity. We learn by example, right? So let's suppose we want to know the house prices. Okay, now what are the things for which, like, based on which house prices increase or decrease? It is the size of house, it is the location of house, number of rooms in that particular house. Okay, maybe whether it is a standalone or an apartment. Okay, what facilities that particular society is having. So all these things, like size, location, number of rooms, okay, standalone or housing society, special, amenities available in the society, all these things are features. Okay, and based on the feature, we can decide the kind of data. Okay, the data, or the actual data which we want to calculate is the house price. right? In context of testing, we can think that username, password, browser type, all these details based on which we need to test the website are the features. Okay. And now talking about labels, let's suppose we have an entire record of features like the username, we have the password, we have the browser type. Okay. Based on all these features, we are trying to test a website. Now, what we can do? The test can either, the login result can either be success or it can be failure. Okay. So we can give that all those features collectively a particular label. Okay, for one set of features we have success. Okay, for another set of features we can have failure, and we will understand this with better understanding with the help of data components, right? So in this table, if you see, we have the username, we have the password, and we have the browser. Okay, what we did, we tried to log in with this feature site and it was failed. Now similarly for other combination, some of them passed, some of them failed, right? So if you see feature, feature is the username, feature is the password, feature is the browser. Now label, whatever label we are giving to the entirety of this feature set is called the result. So this fail for this feature set is called a label. Okay. Again, this pass is a label. So the entire result can be termed as a label. And similarly, we can have n number of other labels also. And the data set is the like total records we have. These are the columns like username, the password, the browser are the columns, and these are the records. Okay, so all the records and the columns taken together is called a data set. It can be either present as a CSV file, it can be in cloud or on our personal computers as well, right? Now, some core concepts about model training and inference, right? Now, we are talking a lot about model these days, like Gemini model, Chat GPT model, Cloud model. In Chat GPT also, we have different models, right? Some are able to generate images, some are very good in generating videos, okay? Some are very good in creating code, right? We have Gemini Nano Banana, right? It is very good in generating images, and it was a buzz, right? It was all way around in LinkedIn, it was on in Instagram, and all around there, right? So now, what is model? So if we take the fundamental basic concept, that is the AI brain, okay, and which is trained on a lot of data, right? So a model basically is a trained brain of AI. Okay. Now some untrained model, let's suppose I'm starting to work on a model which is not at all trained on any kind of data. Okay, so that will be termed as untrained model. Okay, what's it like whenever there is an experienced brain, okay, which has a lot of data, it will be called a trained model. Like you guys, you are a trained model because you have seen life, you have a lot of experiences. Okay, based on the situation, you can also do something, you can create some feature, you can generate some content, right? So you can be termed as a trained model. Whereas like if there is something which has no previous nuances, no concept, no theory inside the brain, that will be called an untrained model. Now, the training of the model. Training means giving data to the model so that it learns to understand pattern. Okay. So what we do, like when we started our career, maybe if you are automation tester, we practice testing, we learn from the bugs, and we try to improve it over time. Okay. So that was our training period, right? Similarly, when we feed computer with or the model with a lot of data, that is called training or the learning phase of the model. Once the model has been trained on a vast amount of data, okay, data which is like covering all kind of scenarios, it will be called a trained model, right? And now what is inference? Okay, when we ask that particular trained model to predict something, that is called inference, right? And again, inference can be right or wrong, but some model is able to make some prediction. That was our end result and we have achieved it. Now to move it closer to 100% accuracy, we will be training it more and more with further data, right? So if we talk about the AI learning journey, the first step is feeding data, where we are training the model, learn patterns, where like model identifies what is causing the pass or fail scenarios. right? Then we are trying to improve the predictions over the period of time. It will follow only those patterns which are helping it to give correct predictions, okay? And after that, it will be able to make decisions of its own as well, okay? When it has improved a lot, okay, multiple rounds of training has been done, it is able to make decisions of its own, right? So the flow is, with data we are training the model, okay, and after learning a few patterns, okay, after improving the prediction, it is able to make decision as well. Now there is a myth buster, okay, accuracy versus intelligence, right? Or distinction. So what is accuracy? Accuracy means how many times the results are correct. Okay. Here we can see the example of a calculator. Okay. No matter how many times you write 2 plus 2 or any complex calculation on a calculator, it will give you the 100% correct result. Okay. Given the fact that battery is correct, right? Otherwise, like it will give you 100% correct result. But do you think there is any kind of intelligence in that calculator? Is it able to make any critical uh, like a decision of its own? No, the answer would be no, right? So there is a, like, it is accurate, though it is 100% accurate, but there is no intelligence in that calculator, right? So our end goal is not to have 100% accuracy. Yes, the goal is to have accuracy, but a model should be able to predict as well. The model should have some intelligence of its own, okay, so that if we have any changes on our path, on the algorithm, on the set of steps, it is able to adapt also. Now we'll come towards another thing, supervised learning and unsupervised learning, right? So let's suppose we are training the model, and these two things are very, very much like familiar when you are training the model, right? So when we are trying to learn with the help of answer, let's suppose we are, okay, we are learning something with previous 5 year question. We all have did. If you have went to college, we have solved 5 year problem, right? Previous 5 years problem. So there, what we are given the question and we are given the answer. So when we are doing that, that is called supervised learning, because we are getting trained in a way that how should we answer. Okay, we are provided with the answer also. Now, if we talk about unsupervised learning, that is a phase where we are out of interest learning some book. Okay, we do not have any concept. We are coming with a empty slate, empty brain. Okay, we are learning everything, trying to perceive everything, and then we are categorizing the chapters, the terms, the sentences. Okay, maybe we are putting markers on few sentences which we like very much, and we are categorizing on the basis of our intelligence. That is called unsupervised learning, right? And now I can say that you are AI literate. Okay, for the past 10 minutes which you have spent, you have learned AI versus algorithm, you have learned the data components, you have learned the AI process, you have learned critical thinking as well. What is the difference between accuracy and intelligence? And accuracy doesn't equals intelligence, right? And we have learned approaches of training a model as well, supervised versus unsupervised method, right? And that was the video, guys. Okay, so what you can do, you can subscribe to Akansha Academy for more such videos. And if you press the like button, that helps us to reach to similar minded people, and that helps to increase motivate our motivation as well. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll be back with another video.